So, welcome back to Beyond the Therapist. I'm Amanda. I'm calling this one Woohoo! Oops, I did it. I did 30 days of truth. This is day 30. And I wanted to share what I learned and why I think it's such an important thing for everyone to do in order to really truly find themselves, to uncover all of those old beliefs that have been holding us back and build our confidence. And not just our confidence in speaking on a camera, our confidence in who we are and what we've got to share. So stay tuned. I will give you my top tips and then hopefully encourage you to do the same. So I've done 30 days. 30 days that I've sat at this computer and shared my truth. Through fear, through anxiety, through flare-ups of my inflammation, and through tears, through love, and through truth. All of it truth. And I wanted to share a different way to show who we are in the world. I always watch YouTube. I'm inspired by so many people. But every single time I watch them, they show up in the same way. They show up in that one kind of way. And it does feel like, even though there's authenticity, it feels like a bit of a performance. It feels like they're showing up to show the side of them that they want people to see. Confident, strong. And that's great. But love comes in so many different forms. And I wanted to show all the faces of love. From the heart opened, to the joyous, to the fearful, to the grief, all of it. All of that when you start to fully love yourself. And that's something I don't see. And that's what I want to see in the world more. True authenticity. Because what can happen is we start to, get more attention, is that people start to see us in a certain way. And they go, okay, that's Amanda and that's how she shows up. So I expect Amanda to show up that same way each and every time she gets on camera. But that's not truth, because truth is what is going on for you in the moment. The energy of the moment is constantly always changing, always transforming. And that's why if you watch my videos back, you will feel a different energy in each one of them. Sometimes gentle, sometimes fierce, sometimes, deep grief and sadness, sometimes joyous, bubbly love. Whatever it is, that's all. It's all love. Every bit of that is love, because that's when you truly love yourself unconditionally. That's what comes up, but it comes up in so many different forms. So that's one thing I wanted to share that I really learned, and you can experience that. I've literally had people say to me, you look different in every single one. And that's great, because I don't want to be typecast. I don't want to be seen as just one thing, because I spent my whole life doing that. The rescuer, the responsible one, the rock. I was always just that one side of me, and that was that palatable side that everyone wanted. The wise one that they could go to and they could get the support they needed. I was always there for them no matter what was going on in my life. And no one truly asked what was going on for me. Now that's my reflection, because I wanted to continue to play that role. But no one was showing up for me the way I was showing up for them. And I had to change in here and learn to show up for me before I saw that reflected. And in a lot of people, I had to let go because they weren't going to show up for me that way. And that was fine. There is no love lost. There is just, that's transformation. Some people come into our lives a small amount of times. Others stay for a while longer. Everyone goes at some point. The only one that's truly always going to be here is this one. And this is the one you've got to love. And the only true conversation that I'm ever having is with me and God. Because I know everyone else is a reflection out there. So that was one thing that really it didn't intentionally do, but wanted to show. When I look back and consider it, that's part of it, is to show that we're not just one-sided. We can love ourselves through all of it, and we have so many faces. There are so many faces of love, and it's what needs to be in that moment. The second thing that I learned was validation. Now, I went into this still seeking external validation, and noticing how I felt when, my subscriber numbers would stay still or wouldn't move much. And then being able to sit with that and love myself through that and go, actually, that's not how it works. And what was really, really interesting, and, I've always had a very curious mind and I love to observe, as all empaths do, I'm sure. And what I discovered was how I was feeling on the day, how much I was in my true self or how much I was in my old patterns and conditioning and behaviors determined subscriber numbers. So that's why I thought that was so interesting to go, oh my God, it's all internal. Got nothing to do with out there. And the other thing I want to say about do not chase subscribers, that is not the point of this, because they're not subscribers. Let's let go of this idea of like a number. You are not a number to me. You are a divine soul that is watching this and connecting with this. That is not a number. I don't care if there's 2 or there's 2 million. I want to connect, and I want my words and my truth to be able to connect with your heart and your soul and help shake something up in you in order for you to start to listen to yourself. Start to follow your own intuition. Start to connect with what lights you up and what you're here for. So I want to thank each and every one of you that watches this and takes your precious time, because let's be honest, the most valuable thing we can ever give anyone is our time and our presence. And so I'm so grateful and heart opened to see people subscribing and listening and writing beautiful comments on how this really hit home for them and connected with them. Because that's what it's about. It's about building a community. So build community, not numbers. I don't want people that are just going to click on this and not take it in. Because energy speaks before you do, before any of us does. So when I hear people say, that hit hard, or I needed to hear that, that's because that's what's pulling forth from me to you. Because of my embodied experience, because I have gone through this, because I speak truth. I don't speak about anything that I haven't lived, felt, and transmuted into love. And that's what you feel. So heartfelt gratitude to all of the people out there that are watching this and connecting with this, because this is me connecting with your soul. I'm bypassing the ego. I'm probably agitating it, which is the point. And the fact that you choose to sit with some of this uncomfortableness because you feel the truth of this at a deeper level, that is your soul that's calling forth that from you. You could not see and be inspired by what's within me if it's not in you. You are meant to hear this. This is not an accident. This is a divine channeling directly to you. The ego goes, no, but there's all these other people. No, you. So that was another thing that I definitely experienced and learned, which was how beautiful is it to have even just one other person connect with this. And you are not numbers. You are beautiful divine souls that have a gift to give the world. And it's your job to break through that fear and stand up proud and be who you are. And hopefully watching my videos back and watching me go from fear, and I still have it because you can see I keep swallowing, which is some of that old fear of still being seen and heard. But I work through it. I'm still here. I'm showing up, and that's what it's about. So hopefully that inspires you to do the same, because you have no idea how many people this ripple effect has. This is like a butterfly effect. If you just change one person's life and help them awaken to who they truly are, then you have just the reason you're here. Because the soul doesn't care about numbers. There's no interest in how many people you reach. It has its interest is how deep do you reach? How deep can you reach them? Can you help them see the beautiful light, the soul that they are, that I see in everyone? What else have I learned? I've learned that this has nothing to do with YouTube, and it has everything to do with going deep into the unconscious, deep into those old patterns, and loving yourself through that transformation. I've learnt that the people that judge are the ones that catapult me the furthest. The most far. Anyway, those are the people. And, let's be honest, I feel it. Every time someone speaks about me, every time someone's judging me, every time someone's, gossiping, I feel it. I know it. And it doesn't hurt because it's not mine. It's not mine because it's just your reflection that you're seeing. You're not seeing me. You're seeing what you don't like in you. So that was a really big one for me, is to go, oh my God, that allowed me, learning that and realizing that, allowed me to go, I actually don't care at all. And actually, instead of doing what it was probably supposed to do, which is pull me down, it pushed me up. It gave me fuel for my fire to go, well, if they're going to judge, I might as well be totally honest. And that was probably one of the catalyst moments for me to learning to stand in my power. To know that all the things that I thought were true, and people are going to judge and people are going to hate because it's going to agitate egos. And I've spent my whole life trying not to. So it's a very different place to be when I start to actually intentionally do that. And it's not even that I'm trying. This is just the energy. When you're in your truth, it's going to upset people. And you've got to know that it's only ever agitating the egoic, old, conditioned patterns. And that's not who they are. They're beautiful souls. They're amazing souls like all of us that have beautiful gifts to give this world. But we have choice. We have choice. And I think one of the beautiful things that I remember hearing, I possibly put it on one of the other videos, but I'm going to I'm going to say it again because I love it, is the difference between humans and spirit. When you think about God, God loves everyone and everything. God, spirit, source, nature, call it what you will, whatever works for you. I'm going to say the G word because that makes me a little uncomfortable. So I'm going to use it because I'm all about sitting with that discomfort. And so God loves everyone and can't not. And this is the two sides of the coin. I see that. I see that I love everyone around me now. I cannot not, because I see them as souls. I see everyone. Even good old Trumpy. I can see his soul. I can see, I can see why he does what he does. I can see all that in everyone. And so that's the God side of us. That's the spirit side. That's the consciousness. But we're also human. And in human we have choice, and we've always given free will. And the fact that we are human and we go through the struggles we go through and we still choose love over fear, that is something spirit can never do. That is truly amazing. That against all adversity, we stand up and we choose love. That is what's going to change this world. Because we do have a choice. And everyone has a choice. And people will choose fear over and over again. And they may never choose love. And that's fine. That's their choice. But if you're watching this, you're choosing love. You are choosing love over fear just by being part of this, by connecting with this. So, I don't know, I think I may have got off track, but that was one of the other things that I learned. And I learned that it's a beautiful process and it's all about the process. I no longer care about subscribers. I know I still get anxious, and there's still some scarcity stuff there about how am I going to be paid to exist? But that's surrendered as well. So I get it. We're stepping outside our comfort zone so much so. The world says do the grind. You have to do a 9-to-5 job, work for someone else. You can't be paid to exist. And I know that's not true. And I know that I will be totally abundant because I've done the inner work, and that's where it's at. It's not going to come from out there. It comes from my worth. And I know that I'm worthy of a divine inheritance, as are you. As are you. You are worthy of the abundance that is trying to flow to you all the time. You are that. You are a co-creator of your life. You are, at a conscious level, all of it. So that's another thing that I learned, still learning, is I still don't know what that looks like. And I'm not meant to, because that's part of the surrender. And you follow the breadcrumbs. You follow the breadcrumbs. And I am surrendered. I live surrendered now. I am about to, sell all my stuff, basically, put some of it in storage and go travel the world for 4 months. And that's all for me. That is about me and my family and enjoying the present moment, enjoying what the world has that I don't want to miss because of this daily grind idea. So I'm using my savings, and I don't know what's going to happen after that, but I have total trust and faith. And my job with that is to soothe the nervous system so it's okay to make these big leaps and these big jumps and these, big energy shifts, and say, you're okay, I've got you. And do those simple things. So that's another thing that I would say don't focus on. Don't focus on the how. Just get up. Just show up. Just be you. Confirmation burps, supposedly. I saw that on many tarot readers have been talking about confirmation burps. And I thought, geez, I do a lot of those. There's another one. I'll have to look into it why they say that. But there we go. I guess it's a throat chakra thing. So that's another thing. It's do not get caught up in the outcome. The outcome is not up to you. If you're going to do this, you're surrendering to say, I am willing to go against what this society says. I'm willing to put my faith and my trust in me and the divine. That's it. And then you follow your intuition. My intuition said, get up and do a 30-day challenge. And I was like, okay. And why did I get up every day? Why did I do it? Like, there's no one, there's amazing people that are on here, but there's no one pushing me to tell me I need to do this. But this is how you reset your nervous system. You say what you mean and you mean what you say. So if you make a commitment to yourself that you're going to get up and do a 30-day challenge and you're going to do a video every day, then you do it. Don't commit to something that you're not going to, because the nervous system is going to then not feel safe and not trust you. That little you, that little inner child part of you will go, you're not trusting. I can't trust you because you said you do this, but you didn't. So if you're going to do something for yourself, follow through. This is what resets the nervous system. This is how you go from survival to thriving. Because what do we do in survival? We react. We change it in a second. We don't commit to things. We are in this polarity of constantly in all or nothing. We're, making decisions based on our emotional responses. That's survival. Thriving is showing up and committing to what you said you'd do. So that's another thing that I learned. And I think lastly, I would have to say that I learned that I've got something to say. I've got something to share. I've got an ability and a gift that can connect with people through my words. And I can tell. See, even this is hard for me because this is part of my truth and standing in my power. This is a gift that I have. Precision accuracy with my intuition. I can write a message to someone. I could say something to you that hits you right in the heart. And that pierces the veil. And that's a gift. But it's also something I need to be very careful of, because my words are like spells. And so are yours. And the more that you expand and you hold this bigger energy field, the more responsibility, the more power you hold, the more responsibility, the more you have to be very careful what you say, particularly what you say, but also what you think. Now, what you think's fine. You can think things, but it's what you believe. So, we have 60,000 thoughts a day. Most of them just go straight through. But the ones that catch you, they're the ones. They're the ones you believe. Be very cautious when you start to expand your energy field, because you will create those. So I'm very careful in what I say. And I know that it has an impact. So that's another thing. As you transform, and you will transform. If you commit to this, you will transform, because you'll have to sit with all of the old beliefs that are going to keep rising up, and all you have to do is connect with it, allow the emotion that's underlying there, that's been pushed down into the body, the somatic experience, and then love it. Pull it in. Say, you know what? I love that bit about me too. And that part. And that part. And sometimes, that part. Sometimes it doesn't feel good. Um, but you keep your heart open the whole time. Just keep your heart open. Just keep your heart open, keep breathing, journal. Journaling's amazing for being able to connect with that. Writing. So for a period of time there, I was writing on Substack, and that was because I really needed to express all this emotion that was coming up, and I need to do that through words to really understand it. So I wrote poetry. Um, and that really helped. That really, really helped. When I didn't know how to express it, I wrote poetry. Whatever it is, art, whatever your form of expression is, you need a form of expression. You need to allow this to come up. The other thing I would say is mentors are great. Keep yourself in that vibration. Keep yourself inspired. I think I got a little addicted to, tarot readers and channels because, this is a bit isolating. And that's okay because the chrysalis, the caterpillar in the chrysalis has to dissolve and needs that space. So you need that space. You need that time away from all the people that can influence. But it can be lonely. So build a community, have a community. So, I'm lucky enough to be in Cathy Heller's community. I might do a link to her stuff below because she's amazing and she's got some great podcasts you can check out, books and, community if you're interested. But I also have a number of people on YouTube that I follow. And when I'm feeling low, I'll listen to a channel because Divine's hijacked my algorithm, and the things that I get hit hard and go, oh my God, it's like they're speaking directly to me, because they are, or you, or whoever, if you're watching it, this is directly to you. That's how it works. There's no time, there's no other. That is everything, and everyone is God, and it can come from anywhere. The messages and the breadcrumbs and the intuition. So, confirmation of your intuition. So get a community. That's really important too, because it's a hard journey. It's a hard journey if you're going to take this journey to really reset that nervous system and move from survival to thriving. Build a community around you. Make sure you've got good supports, have people to talk to. Get a therapist if that's helpful for you. But understand when you have a therapist that all it really is them holding space for you to allow those things to come up in a safe way. So make sure you feel safe with that person. Make sure that they are someone that are doing their own work, because otherwise they can't hold that space for you. And be kind and compassionate to yourself. This is about you and for you. Be kind and loving. Make sure you've got those nice things. I have a bath every day, and that's my self-care thing. And I've been sitting in the sunshine, on the grass, and I do my yoga. Probably not as much as I should. I'll commit a bit more to that one. And I love just wearing my robe when I feel really crappy. Do those things that make you feel good, and have days off. Do your video and then go watch Netflix and just chill out and tune out and do what feels right for you. You want to go with ease. This is not about pushing yourself, because the pushing is the survival, and we're moving out of survival. Follow your intuition and do what feels right, what feels ease. And the last thing I'm going to say is just get up there. Don't edit. Don't worry about getting it wrong, saying the wrong thing, because this is the new currency. No one wants polished. If they wanted polish, they'd be watching someone that's, got millions of views and a podcast studio. No one wants that anymore. People want real and authentic, because It's hard to find. So be real, be authentic. You know, don't edit. Just get up there and put 5 minutes. Give yourself 5 minutes just to put 5 minutes, put the video on and go for it. And you will cringe, and that is part of it. Watch it back. Definitely watch it back, because I think that message to yourself is who you're talking to. So that's really, really important. And allow yourself to cringe and just keep saying, you know what? It doesn't matter. No one is looking at the things that you are seeing. No one is. Because energy speaks first, and they are feeling it. They're not worried about what your hair looks like in, you know, my dark under eyes. It's what I see, which I'll work on when I go traveling. No one cares about that stuff. Only you do. So that would be my last thing I want to say. So I hope that what you get from this is that this is for you. This is for you. This is not just about YouTube. This is not just about getting confident in front of a camera. This is to transform you into remembering the beautiful soul that you are and why you are here. Shining your light and learning to stand in your power, because that's what the world needs. The world needs you to be authentic and speak your truth. So thank you for listening, and I don't know what's next. I'm going to take a little break, I think, but I will do a little bit when I'm on my trip to show you what thriving looks like. But I'm just following the breadcrumbs. Who knows? I could be back tomorrow. I have no idea. But I'm just so grateful that you have come on this journey with me, and I really do hope that this isn't just something you consume, that you actually start creating, because this is my life and I'm living it, and I want you to live yours, and not just through me, but by using what I did and using that for your own life and facing your fears and knowing that you can do this and you can move from survival and transmute your pain and your trauma in 30 days. It is possible. I'm living proof. So thank you for listening. Love you all. And I love the comments. So please, you know, that's the thing. Oh, the other thing I'd like to say is that not once did I ask you to subscribe or to, you know, like my videos, because I've no interest in that. But guess what? Each day, more people did. Because energy speaks first and truth speaks harshly. Truth speaks deeply, sometimes harsh. So yeah, it's not about that, but I do love the comments, and I love seeing that this is something that, you know, connected with you. So please keep commenting, because this is what creates a community. Thank you. Love you so much. Thank you so much for being part of this. I couldn't have done it without you, because, well, I'd just be staring at a screen and this wouldn't be having the impact that I wanted it to have. So, thank you.